Hello, good evening, gents. I'll be with you in just a short shake of a stick. Just finishing getting up some of these bits in the settings done. Hope we're well. Yeah, looks like that should be fine. Should be fine. Right. Excuse me 1 second. I did, Lynn. Yeah, something like that. There's something like that. There's always small people anyway. Right, shall we jump in? Hello. Internet world. Dare oh dare. Right. Analytics Shimmy, I lost a viewer just as I put my face on. Someone dipped out straight away. But hell no. Watching this fat bald fuck. Oh dear. Hey Davies. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Right, so yeah, we're gonna get back into HUTAN PANTAI. Jump back in. I think I did a little bit after the stream just to try and move things on a little bit. Got a little bit more work done that day so we could come in and start a brand new day today. Because I didn't want to do one stream where we're just like, I think we've got a fair bit of cultivation, but I didn't want to just be like doing nothing but cultivation this evening. Hopefully my audio's all right. Oh dear, exhausted. This might be a bit of a there's never high energy. This might be a bit of a low energy stream outfit. So tired at the minute, but I want to try and be somewhat consistent with these streams, with at least 3 a week. That should be doable. So, sort my levels out. So we're coming in. It's 6 o'clock. It's September 1. Oh, look at that! Streamlabs turned up straight away. We seem to always come in at this farm, which is a little bit annoying because this isn't our main farm. We just have this for the rice fields. But what I did off stream, and I've fixed the money as well now, so we don't have over 8 million. We just have the 337. I came because we harvested these at the end of last stream after sorting our pigs out and getting our pigs set up. And yeah, I came over. I've cultivated the one at the bottom. That's sorted. And I've still got the tractor over here. We've still got the red agco. That's over here, and that's going to be doing some cultivation later. But I thought what we might do, since we need to get water to this greenhouse, we need water to that greenhouse. We've got greenhouses down at the main farm. I thought we'd sort that out to start with, and then check in on some other things. See what's what and what needs doing, so that we can get our mushrooms up and running. Get that good. So what we'll do is jump to the main farm. Simple quality of life mod. I just want the location saver, please. If anyone wants to bring that through, stick on King Mods. I'll grab it. I shall grab it. Pigs? Yes, we've got pigs. Davies, we've actually put pigs on a pig farm series in episode 1. Stream 1, we actually put the pigs in. Oh, we're having an adult beverage this evening as well. Anything could happen. We're going wild. We're going hog wild. So I finished, I think I put a load more bedding down as well in them. I say that, I might not have done. These are the sort of things I dream up. Yeah, it looks like the bedding's in. So the pigs are all good. Yeah, we actually have pigs on our pig farm. and they're being fed. They are actually being fed. Let's have a look at them. Little baby ones, 4 months old. They've got plenty of straw. They've got enough feed for now. That'll do them for a bit. They're not gone through a lot. We've only got 20 at the moment. When these 20, I think when they hit 6 months, we might buy another 10 or 20, and we might move the 6-month-old into this pen. That's what we're going to go with. That's sort of my plan. So for the waterings, do we have the other tractor here as well? Did I bring that? Oh, I did. I set it up. All set up and ready. So we're going to head to... good evening, fella. Hope you got Mr. Table. Hello, hello, sir. Welcome in. Hope you're good, buddy. Thanks for joining us. As always, we've just got to sort the spinny wheel out. That's alright. I was prepared. I've already got the G-hub open. Right. So what we want is somewhere to get a little bit of water. We might... I think to start with, we should attempt to get some water from the actual... I'm sure there's a water tower here somewhere. Is there not? Lime station. Manure. Was there not a water tower here? That's a drop off. That's a lime station. So maybe there wasn't a water tower. That's my own manure heap. So we might just head down here and see if we can grab some dirty, naughty water. Doing great, thanks, mate. I thought I'd stop by and have a look at your pork. Hey, come and have a look at my pork. I'll show you my porkers, mate. Well, look, I thought it was a bale then. It was a pot. China pot. A dish. Yeah, my porkers are over here. Little baby porkers. I'll happily show and tell. So I went for the big farm for my start on the first stream. We still have the small new farmer farm, but that's just going to do rice. This is our porkers. We've got some spotted and some Berkshires. They're in there. So while they're babies, they're in there. When they get older, we're going to put them out in the open sty. And then when they have piglets, we'll put the piglets in here, and we'll just sort of rotate it. Try and sell the pigs off as they grow. Connor, hello. Welcome in. Good evening, sir. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for choosing to spend a little bit of your evening with us here. Greatly appreciated. As always. But I want to get some of that background money set up today. Little pigs, love it. Location looks great too. Yeah, it was, just took off a small bit of the field that was initially round the back. Just took a little off that. Now I'm sure we might be able to get down. I'm not sure. I haven't paid enough notice or enough attention to this stream, so I don't know. Oh no. Am I going to be able to pull water out of that? That's not quite the waterway I thought that was going to be. Okay. We may have to place one. Unless it allows us to get a little bit cheeky. Do you think we get stuck? Oh, oh, oh. Refill. We can have it. We'll have it. Just siphon it out of the ditch. We'll have that. Communal water. We'll have to get a tap or something placed. I haven't looked to see if there is a tap in the placeables, so we'll have to see. We'll get some water in these ones, and then we'll get some water up and start our rice saplings and stuff like that. I mean, it's going to take a few, isn't it, as well, I think. And we're going to grow some chilies. That's what I want. $20,000, okay. We'll do 2 fills, and then I'll top it up off screen. And output mode is... We'll have it set as storing for now, because then we can deliver some. And if we want to grow something else, we can. Oh, nice. Ditchwater is perfect. Tastes like it's British, but have you tasted Budweiser? That stuff is nasty. I've got a nice zesty, fruity, great it'll ship on the go as we are. There we go. Tastes beautiful. None of that. Tastes like British beer. Hello, that was the look I was hoping for. You know how to get a rise. Anything but don't mock the ales. Don't mock the ales. Alright. Let's dip our toe back in there and see if we can get some more water. There we are. I was just looking for dates to fill my class back up. Squeeze it out the compost. Call it Ruddles. A Weatherspoon special. 99 pence a pint on a Monday. No, yeah, Monday, yeah. Oh, it used to be. Trust me, Budweiser is well. Oh, I've never understood the... Oh, hello. Never understood the whole King of Bears thing. It really isn't. I don't mind an American Pale Ale. Over here in American Pale Ale, this I would say semi-popular Shipyard. I quite like that. It's filtered, or it used to be, whether it still is now, but traditionally it used to be filtered through fish scales, which is weird. Right, so I'm going to grab one more of the dirty pond water, and we'll stick that in the open pig pasture, the pig pen. Budweiser used to drink that when I was 13 years old. That's just... We used to have a wholesale off licenses just across the road from where I used to live as a kid, and they always used to sell the bat ice, like proper dirty shit. Is it not let me grab any more? Oh, yeah, there we go. I was going to say. They're like, no, you've drained it dry. Yes, when we were young, when we did house parties, it was just crates and crates of Labatt ice. And we used to brew our own as well. We used to buy, as high school kids, we'd go and buy homebrew kits from Boots. Homebrew kits from Boots, especially like near Christmas. Like they always had loads of that sort of stuff, novelty stuff, homebrew kits around Christmas time. We'd stockpile it, and we'd just buy so many of that, and then just spend the next like 3 or 4 months brewing homebrew to sell to at house parties to fellow high schoolers. Gonna keep me on in the background. Got to take care of stuff. I appreciate it, buddy. You know that. You know that. I appreciate you just pop by and say hello. More than happy for a lurk. Take it any day of the week. Can't waste my unload. Oh, should still fill up with water, shouldn't it? There it is. At least then there's a little bit of water, should I forget. Evening, Rusty. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks for popping in. So that was all that one wanted to take. So I'll stick the rest of this. Most of this, I think, will go in the greenhouse. Should fit. And then we'll see if there's a water source closer to the top farm, so we can top up the mushrooms and get the rice saplings going. I don't think we have to put anything else in there for the rice. Yes, I did the same gift section at Boots at Christmas. Perfect little kit, yeah. I mean, we used to experiment with all sorts with trying to get flavours and try to become a little bit connoisseurs with our hops and what we put in there and different things, but yeah. But ultimately, we made the homebrew so that we didn't have to drink the homebrew. So we made it to sell so we could buy proper beer. Because we always looked older, we were always much taller than everyone else, much bigger than everyone else. Facial hair for everyone else. And yeah, so we didn't want to have to drink the homebrew or have to do house pies without a drink. Oh, there isn't really anywhere close, is there, to get water from? We'll see what that access is like there. Yeah, so we'll go a little bit further than I normally... Am I facing the right way? Yeah, I'm coming out the wrong way. Smart move, yeah. Entrepreneurs in high school, entrepreneurs. But that also meant that 3 or 4 of us would turn up to house parties with rucksacks just filled with bottles and bottles, 2 litre, 4 litre bottles of this cheap stinking homebrew ale, hoping to flog it. Sometimes people would put a little order in beforehand. If not, we just tried to flog it all. Wow, this fog is thick. Pea soup. So can I get anywhere down there to get what I can't, can I? I am not pulling water out of there. So there must be do I want to Is that the only option? Farmhouses. But the only option for a water pump is that. This water station can supply your water tanks with fresh water. Don't want to have to. Oh wait, there. I might be able to back in. Now I've had that little map view up there. I'll be able to back in round here. Don't think I'm supposed to drive down here, but oh, I don't think I will. It looks like there's a lot of trees. Let's see. In this person's garden. Do you mind if I get some water? Yeah. Yep, that's not happening, is it? Okay. I am not I'm going to be making friends with any of the locals, am I? With this sort of behaviour. And even that looks a little bit risky. No, I can't do this every time I want water. I cannot do this. Right. Don't mind me just... Not even the stealing of the water, is it? I'm just going to drive my tractor through your front yard. Just because I want to steal some river water. Oh, it's not going to reach. It's not going to reach. Rightio. I am going to have to put a water pump up by the other farm. So I'm not going to drive all the way down here. Smooth. Smooth. Alright. Yeah. Not happening. Respect the effort, sir. Gotta try. Gotta try. Not gonna force it. It's not that deep, is it? It's not that desperate. We'll spend a penny and place one down. Sorry about the sniffing. I am quite congested this evening as well. Mrs. and youngest boy are full of the lurg, so it was only a matter of time. Oh, get up there. It's then having somewhere somewhat appropriate to put the... Oh, I might put it over there actually, just by them rocks. Let's have a little let's have a wee butcher's, if we, because we own that field as well anyway. Which way can I change this? I am awful with the building stuff. It's float. Oh, that looked like that was floating. It's not. Okay, how do I get the water out? You just put it, no, like that. Hopefully that'll work. Do we put it right on there? Put it right on there, son. That looks shite. Right, yeah. Classic. Classic placing skills. Don't want that looking like that. We don't want that looking like that. At least we can try and hide it with some grass. Is that the pump? Have I got to get near that? Have I... Oh, proper enoughed that if that's the pump. Proper enoughed it up. Be sure to Control Z in build mode. Yeah, would be nice. But you have to commit. So it's going down, and it's going to cost you to take it away. It's not so bad if if you're doing a build of something, and you maybe recently saved. But if you're like partway through like a proper farm build, and then you play something and it's just awful, and then yeah, annoying as hell. Right, let's go see if we can refill off that. See how close I need to get. I was kind of hoping to just pull up near the front, but now I'm thinking that it looks like there's a tap. So actually, I didn't see when the start filling thing popped up. Oh, from quite a distance by the looks of it. Right, yeah. Apologies for the absolutely quality content. Got to try these things. That tower should be more accessible than the neighbour's garden. It should. It should. Alright. There we go. Oh, okay, so that's not too bad. I'll take that. So it's pretty much just in front of it. If I got good at reversing, we'd be alright. Oh, it feels slow though. From the pump. Fresh. Then we can get our shrooms up and running. Is there a way to unfold the blinkers on this? Or do they only come out if you put the wider wheels on? Reversing, it was a swear word to me. Well, with this trailer, it shouldn't be the worst. With a dolly trailer, definitely. It's just criminal. Right. So how much... I mean, I'll empty in there pretty quick. And then we'll have a little look inside the shroom house. Now, I thought, in case you weren't here last time, people, I thought this was a big water pump that sort of correlated with the pumping of the water on the paddy fields. I didn't even think. I'd say I thought this was where I was going to come and get the water to do the pumps. Didn't even realise this was the mushroom house. Wrong door. So we shall... I guess we... Are they both activated anyway? They are activated anyway. Okay. Cool, so they're running. And they should... store. So 1 water equals 3 oysters. And 1 water equals 5 enokis. So we'll start having some shrooms soon. But we need to get more water in there. What's going on, boys? Midwest. Filling up all my water tanks, mate. That's what we're doing. We're only just started. You haven't missed much. Just filling up the water tanks at the different greenhouses that we got set up. All that we have that came with the farm. We didn't set them up. Just shuffling my chair about, don't mind me. I feel like I'm not sitting very comfortably. My back is hurting already. I really just sat down. It's not a good sign. Lumbar support is there and everything. Just, excuse me. I'm not fudging with my backside. Just trying to move my lumbar support. I can see why you thought that. Nice surprise when it being a shroom room. Indeed, a nice surprise. We inherit a house and find out it's got its own shroom grow room. Because I didn't even realise it had doors on the other side. So even when I did my first little look round, didn't really pay attention because I just saw that and I thought, oh, water pump. That's where I'll be getting my water from. Midwest going to live stream all weekend. Wish me luck. Hopefully it'll go alright for you, mate. I know you have your issues. But hopefully it goes smooth. Excuse me, what sort of time of day are you going to aim for? Is that it? Is that all that takes? Did they not require... I mean, it was only like 1 water per teeny thing, wasn't it? I know we can look in the menu, but it's nice to go around and actually have a little look at some stuff. So only 4,000 litres. But it doesn't take a lot to produce a fair amount. So the... Mr. Table was live last night. I think he's going to try and make it a regular thing as well. So there'll be plenty of live content to catch at the minute. And he also started his recorded series today as well. So go check him out. He also does a variety of other games as well. So how is that build capacity already? Just 2,000 litres in this one? Do we have to put anything else in here, or does this now just grow? That is just it. See, I thought we'd have to put something else in here for the rice saplings, but... So if I just activate it, and it's good to go. Did I activate the... Oh, there they be. Okay. So when they're ready, they'll pop up down here. I mean, I'm assuming the rice saplings don't have a use by date on it. A 24-hour stream Midwest. Yes, go for it, buddy. Sack the real farm off and just stream Sim Farm. So I think for now, I'll just jam this off in the corner somewhere. Oh, too much. Are you crazy? Oh, I couldn't ever do a 24-hour stream. I struggle to get more than like 2.5, 3 hours. I just get uncomfortable. Yeah, so I'll leave that here. Since we've got more water things here than elsewhere, we'll leave that here for now. So if we have a little booches. Right, that was the little tasks. Appreciate the mention, fella. Nice to be around a community that share an interest. Get to discover some new creators. See, that's exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? All about showing the love. All about it. So that one we cultivated last time out. We're growing the sorghum. We're growing the sunflowers. I don't think any of that is ready yet. Oh, sorghum's ready. So we could have a harvest. Harvest is often a little bit more interesting than cultivating for hours. So maybe... Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll take this one. I'll take this tractor with me. We'll go to the store. We'll get ourselves a harvester. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yeah, we'll go get ourselves a harvester. Yeah, Mr. T-Ball also plays a lot of the other weird, quirky simulators that I like. I think he's also starting up some flight sim as well. The new one, yeah, Flight Sim 24. It's pretty much what it's called, isn't it? Microsoft Flight Sim 24. The left, don't I? Pretty sure the story's up this way, isn't it? Dude. Haven't really looked at the selection of harvesters. I was going to say, is it very good? But I think all the selections are a little bit shallow at the minute, aren't they? I'm currently stuck in a queue for Flight Sim as the launch at 4 PM didn't go to plan. I played a little bit of Flight Sim. If I can get the channel remonetized, I might try and do like a commemorative charity stream for the old man and do it for like Prostate Cancer UK or something, and try and do Flight Sim, because that's what he was all about. Flight Sim. He used to be a hobbyist pilot, so he loved his Flight Sim. Right, so we want harvesters. Because if not, I could do it on Twitch, but I've got obviously a much smaller viewing audience on Twitch. I might be able to garner a little bit more interest here. So we'll be leasing because we've only got this one field to harvest at the minute. So we will probably still try and save a penny. I might go with the class actually. Might lease a class. I don't think I brought a harvester for the farm. I'd better check. I thought at least one if I did buy one. I didn't. Not by the looks of it. No. I hope they do something better so we can see our machines and our equipment. This isn't enough. You need the one in the store again so we can see our things properly. So if we lease, that's 10 grand. And we shall get ourselves the header for it. I haven't played Flight Sim since the late 80s when PCs were on the old DOS system. Yeah, my man's always had a Flight Sim on the go, probably since like late 90s. I should imagine late 90s. He always used to have a Flight Sim, and then like late 90s, 2000s, he was constantly downloading stuff off LimeWire for his was it Flight X or X Plane or whatever it was, and he was always on LimeWire, and he was always giving his PC cancer. Always, it was just terrible. It was just a disastrous state, that PC. It was back to box once a week. I don't know why he ever bothered. Back in the LimeWire days. Oh no, we want to lease now. We don't buy it as well. And we probably should, although it doesn't do the no, have a header trailer for it as well. Just to get it about. I'm not quite sure which one I want. We'll go with that. That looks plenty. It's probably not overly necessary, but we must try. Yeah, I remember when I first tried Flight Simulator on PC Game Pass, and I was doing it with a boy. We were having a lot of fun with it, planes and stuff up in the air. That was easy. And then he wanted to fly a helicopter, and it took me well over 30 minutes to even get this helicopter started. Like, I just did not know what I was doing. I found that so complicated. I still haven't sorted out all my mappings. I'm like half keyboard, half side panel, some is on the wheel. And like I said before, like some of the mappings I've done don't seem to be working properly, which is annoying because they're the simple attach and detach ones. And I've been summoned by the wife. I'll leave the stream up, pop in, pop out. Have a good one, pal, and take care, chat. You have a good one, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by, saying hello. It's more than enough, you know that. Everyone has busy lives, so anyone that stops by for a minute or two and says hello, greatly appreciated. Oh, there we go. It's on. It's on. Maybe a smaller one would have been fine, but we'll take that. It's just a lease. It's all good. you go, it worked that time. So that's what I mean. Is when I wanted to attach the header, I had to use the keyboard. It wouldn't recognise the wheel. Right. Get a light on. Oh, let's check for traffic. A wee sorghum harvest. That's more exciting than I thought we were getting today. I thought we were just going to be... Is there someone trying to come up on my inside then? There is. Do one, mate. Do one. And we will need to buy a trailer, and we will buy a trailer. We won't lease the trailer. We'll have a trailer for keeps. I've got flight sticks, but not got the space to on the... Yeah, I've got one. And again, that was what the old man gave it to me, I think, last year. One of his old ones. I think it's an old Mad Cat one. And I couldn't even find the drivers for it, so it's just... I'm not sure where it is. It might be tucked up under somewhere. But yeah, I've got a flight stick, but since I don't really do it, I'm not too worried. And being that it was also designed with console in mind, it works alright with her. Especially if you're just doing it with a boy, it works fine with the controller. So we can detach again of the wheel, so that was good. And we reattach with the wheel. It just seems ever so temperamental. It allowed it. It's making me out to be a liar. Hopefully the audio's alright. Just have a little look-see. Start down the bottom and head out along the main road. It's changed so much, loads of tutorials now. Well, I think I was following the tutorial for the helicopter and I still couldn't get it in the air. I was so confused. And I think I reloaded it multiple times. Now the field's in a bad state. It is one that we have inherited. Well, not really. I brought it, but it's, yeah, sort of came with the land. I guess we could use our fan-dangled assisted steering. I think 3's good. Then I don't even have to do anything. Turn the cruise control on and I literally do very little now. We can just chat, so yeah, feel free. Anything in the chat. Oh, I finally spent finally the last 2 days, pretty much the last night, and then all of today, watching the first series of Reacher. Finally got round to it. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Loved it. I'll start season 2 tomorrow, or tonight after stream, I don't know. But yeah, I thought absolutely brilliant. Watching that on the back of watching Frost, which also was Oh, awesome, awesome. I was worried about Cross being such a Patterson fanboy because it's a fresh story, and the last Cross film, 2012, wasn't that good in my opinion, which was a shame because the cast was pretty good, but the film and the story weren't great. But the Amazon series, the Prime series, Cross, oh, awesome, awesome. But yeah, Reacher was cool. The guys in the Discord that have been telling me to watch it for well over a year were right. But I thought there was more than 2 seasons. Unless there's another one coming pretty soon. Only 2 seasons on there. I still haven't watched a massive amount of FS25 content yet. I watched Mr. T-Ball's live stream. I've watched Midwest the other evening, caught him for a bit, and yeah, I've been trying to keep up with Simulation Station's recorded series. And all 3 of those have been on Riverbend. Reach is on list to watch. Oh, it's awesome. Bloody awesome. So good. So good. I just think you know when it's good because you proper binge it, and I did. I proper binged it. Pretty much what I did. I think I did 2 episodes last night, maybe 3, and then the rest today. Oh, new season's coming out soon. Cool. And they're pretty good because they're based on the books as well. It's about it. He is. It's awesome. It's just awesome. It's not just him, like the story was good. I like it. I like that it has that sort of, for me, like a bit of a nostalgia 80s film sort of thing. Like I think it's exactly the same sort of thing as what happens in films like Roadhouse and the Van Damme films. Like the drifter comes into town, there's some evil land moguls that have rustled in and taken over the town, and yeah, I'm all for that. I am all for that. The girls aren't bad. I think there's only 1 female in it, isn't there? Oh, 2. I think there's 2 girls in it. But yeah, they're alright. We're watching TV for different reasons, me and you, my friend. Or I'm all about the drama and the story these days. They're based on the books and the characters similar to the books rather than being the dark-haired midget from the 2 films. Yes, yes. See, this is the story from those weren't bad. I think Lee Childs even wrote those ones as well, but yeah, it's much better to have that chap play Reacher than anyone else. Oh, you haven't seen season 2 then? No, I haven't seen season 2. I just watched season 1. I can't binge 2 seasons in one day. I'd still be watching it now if I do that. Have a rest. But I even went out to the shops. I went and picked the boy up from school, took a detour to the shop, so I've got some snacks for tomorrow's viewings. So I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't have the right snacks. So Fatty went and got some chocolate. Tomorrow we're having Yorkie bars. That's man's chocolate. Watching a manly TV program. But that was something that I think, going back to your girls, that was something that I thought was good with, I say I thought was good, but that kept authentic to the Patterson stories, with this chap writing the screenplay for the Cross series, is that it still had its like one or two obligatory little sex scenes, like in the novels. There's no matter how gory the story has been and how brutal the murders have been, someone's always going to go off and get a little bit of action somewhere. And it kept it. That made me chuckle. I thought it was great. Because with the little man not getting the time to get on the FS or anything at the minute, really. Whereas when the eldest boy was the same age, was pretty much when I started my channel, and he was a lot more mellow during the day. He was a lot calmer and settled and would play and do stuff, so I could sort of get on and either like play and learn or do some things to understand, so then maybe make a video later on. Whereas with him, you can't leave him for more than a few seconds, our youngest, and he's into something, destroying something, or nearly decapitating himself. So we're finding completely inappropriate things to watch with a small child during the day. Because I cannot watch children's television. I can't do it. Hurts my head. Plus he doesn't nap if the kids' stuff is on. If I put stuff I want on, he'll settle down and nap because he's not interested in it. So it's a win-win there. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, got no auto stop. No auto stop. What's that? Righty. Keep an eye on what you're doing, man. Right. Pip out. Oh, no, we don't want that one. Right. So, we now need a trailer. By the way, that harvester was nice. I was chatting about other things. I often do that. Not your average farm sim content creator. We'll play farming while we talk about everything else. There, what should we get? I do tend to enjoy a brightener tube. But should we get something maybe... I mean, there's not nothing new here, is there? Have I watched Supernatural at all? I've not. That's not generally my sort of thing. I can't lie. That's not really my sort of TV. You can binge watch that for us. That's fair enough, man. I watched some crap that most people probably hate. I watched like 15 seasons of Grey's Anatomy in like 2 years. Like, I binged the hell out of that. At least once every other year, I'll watch The West Wing, and I try and watch ER like every so many years. I'll binge the whole lot, like 15 seasons of ER, because I love it. And Star Trek, I will happily watch Star Trek. I'll happily put Star Trek on my telly all day, every day. But I've got to the point now I don't really take it in. It's just like my familiar, happy background noise. Shall we have a red tarp? A dark tarp? Don't really... honestly, other than the power tube, I don't really like any of the other trailers. Maybe the Fleagle. Should we get a Fleagle? Does this go to manure spreader? I might get that. And that would make sense. We're going to buy this. Oh, I can watch the Three Stooges all day. All right, Grandpa. By the... That's it. We all just have that. We all have something that we tend to do. Yeah, well, some people just sit and there's just, you know, YouTube running on their TV, and there's nothing wrong in that as well. Watch what you like. Yeah, I'd still happily put on like one of the comedy, like Comedy Central or something, and just have Friends running on repeat in the background. That doesn't bother me either. But when it's something new, or like a new drama or something, I've got to sit down and I've got to be able to enjoy it. And I want to make sure I've got... oh, coming off the road there. I want to make sure I've got like a good block of time so that I can really sink into it. So yeah, after stream tonight, I'll probably catch the first 2 episodes of Reacher, season 2. You'll soon be reflective about me. I already do. My partner's a lot younger than me. I already sound like an old man when I talk about my preferred television. Should have brought more than one. Who goes to the shop and only buys one beer? Someone trying not to be an alcoholic, that's who. I tried to get the boy to watch the 1995-1996 X-Men with me on the cartoon as well on Disney. He just weren't all that interested. Tried. Because I wanted to watch X-Men 97. But I wanted to rewatch the old stuff first because it picks up where that left off. And me and my cousin Robert, when we were in middle school, we were mad about X-Men. If we weren't drawing Marvel stuff, or if we weren't watching Marvel stuff, we were drawing it, or we were trying to create our own superheroes and we'd draw, and we were so cool. Sitting at his kitchen table drawing Marvel pictures. We were happy. We didn't hurt no one. If I jump in the class, does that show... oh, it's probably finished now. Yeah. That shows you the fill rate of the thing you're filling up into now, doesn't it? I'd forgotten about that. There's a thing. I know what I need to do as well. Turn that off now. I'm just trying to get a little look at the sorghum crop. See if that looks much different. Harvester's nice though. Old man Farmer Farquhar in his tweed. Living his best life. Just having a good time. Midwest, have you spent much time on the other maps yet? Or have you just sort of stuck to Riverbend? Have you had a little go around on HUTAN PANTAI? I was trying to tweak with the render distances for some things before this stream. I was just checking the frame rate. The frame rate is just plummeted just by trying to render in that little extra. But it's not set as far as what I used to have the renders set to for loading in for 22. Not even close. Frame rate is awful. I was fed up with like mountains looking bald in the background and stuff. I don't like that. Plan on trying the other maps this weekend. I'm still playing 22 also. I uninstalled 22 a couple of weeks ago now. And 19. I've still got 17 installed. Because that's my favourite. And I still have 22 installed on the console because I'll try and get the achievements eventually there. Because I like achievements on the Xbox. I imagine that the achievements on this are much the same as what they've been for the last 4 games as well, so... You uninstalled it? 22, yeah. I hadn't booted it up for like 2 months. Hadn't touched it. Can't pull the trigger on that? That's fair enough. '19 had been sitting there in the background, like, for the whole period of 22, and I think it only ever got booted up twice for another run at Marwell. Yeah, I was initially thinking I'm going to stay for Terra Life, but I know with how little time I'm getting, if I have time to do something, I need to make it time for maybe content. Show on some maps, come out and put it to the side. Well, mate, you ain't got to. You haven't got to. There's no rule saying you can't still play 22. Like I say, I still have 17 installed and I still play 17. I still play 17 on my PC and I still play 17 on my console. Play what you like. Sometimes I boot up some really old games just because it's what I like to play. And some games aren't really old, but I just get to them late. Like it was only just the other week that I started playing Baldur's Gate. Loving that. Need to get back to that as well. Riverbend does have a nice feel to it. It does. I think, although I have a soft spot for Zaloinka because I like that style of map, and I think it does look really nice, but it looked really nice in 22 as well. I think Riverbend is their best one of the three for 25. Excuse me. So definitely their best American map they've done. I think in the past their American maps have, oh well, all their maps are always pretty basic, but I just think they've always felt extra basic. Whereas Riverbend, just all of it looks like it's had a lot more work done on it. Whereas I said before last stream, like there's areas of this where it feels just as open and, in all honesty, just as boring as Felsborough here in HUTAN Pantai. You wouldn't know you're in an Asian map. You really wouldn't. Until you get into town, and there's very little reason, I think, at the minute to go in town. Still play Tomb Raider on PS4? I still play Colin McRae Rally on PS1 and PS2 through emulation. I still play them. It weren't that long. It was only a couple of weeks ago that I was playing Destruction Derby, or the PS1 version of Destruction Derby. They did a good job to the map. It has a big feel to it. It does, but it doesn't have. Not that I felt anyway. It doesn't have. Although it has that big feel, because there's lots to explore and lots to get about, it doesn't have big fields. Like, I think 2 that might be considered big, but I don't think they're all that large. Or maybe, just in my mind, I'm still a little bit used to the 4x, 8x, and larger US maps from 22. But yeah, doesn't feel like there's really big fields. I didn't study it enough to see if there were many that would combine easily. But Zaloinka definitely has maps that you can combine easily to make big fields. And let's have a look on the map. That's not map. M has never been map. I don't know why I do it. But yeah, like 1 and 2, 6 and 7, you can put them together to make a big one. 8, 9 and 12, I guess. Yeah. I want to try that map. This map? Yeah, you should. It's alright. I'm not quite sure what I expected for it to feel Asian, but other than the Yakuza town in the background, I don't know, I just feel like I could be anywhere. What it would take to change that feeling, again, I don't know. And again, I think the problem is because it's not set to be specifically anywhere, so it doesn't feel like it's anywhere. Zaloinka is Poland. We know it's Poland, it's supposed to feel like Poland. Riverbed Springs is somewhere along the Mississippi River. We sort of know what that's supposed to feel like. And I think also the fact that we come in and he only has them tiny little rice fields set up. I thought we were going to. There would have been more. I thought there would have been. Just maybe just me. But I felt like there would have been more ready. Oh, I was about to try and do click to tab. That's not a thing, mate. Got to cycle through. Should I have my, well, I would say, should I have my beacon on? I ain't got a beacon. So no, we shouldn't have my beacons on. But the exciting bit will be when the mod maps come. And not necessarily the first ones, but a little bit later down the line. I'd probably won't jump to the first one or even two unless there's something exceptional that comes through early. Won't jump on them. I'll probably wait, because you'll get people, other than the map hoppers, that are always going to hop to the newest map for the views. I'm going to wait until probably map 3 or 4, because by then everyone else that does the long form content and the long journey stories should already be on a new map. So hopefully then I can be one of the few that maybe jump on that next map for a long time. That's my plan. Or unless I can stumble across something out there that's like partially done or in the works. In the same ways that I found Maypole Farm. I was just out looking about and I come across it. And it was still being worked on and what have you, so we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. Cav's pretty friendly with me, so he may, even if he's making one or converting anything, he might let me in his inner circle of trust again, and I might get to have a little early look at it. That'd be nice. Certainly wouldn't grumble at that. Oh yeah, the Fleagle up there, 54%. Nice. That's a good little touch there. I liked it. It might have been there last time and I just didn't see it, but yeah, it's nice. I am so congested, I do apologise. Barely breathe. Ready for a touch of the old up down, sir? I think we are. There we go, getting on. And being an absolute agricultural noob, I don't really know much about sorghum. Why do the crop stems not break when we drive through them? Like, zero crop damage whatsoever on sorghum. I mean, obviously not. If you drive through it, it'll kill the crop on the top. But yeah, why do we not get any stalk and stem damage on sorghum when we drive through it? Answers on a postcard. Preferably in the chat, but you know, we'll take a postcard at this point. Is it like that flexible of a crop that it would just bend regardless and pop back up? But I see all over the social medias, the Discords and Facebook and whatever you, that the modders are itching at the bit to get hold of GE. Giants are going to have their their work cut out with mod testing, that's for certain. I did see a post today that made me chuckle. And someone was saying, why is it with Giants that they're so rigorous and meticulous in testing mods to make sure they work and they don't break the game and this, that and the other, yet they can't even get their own game to work when they launch it. It's like, oh, brutal. Shots fired. But completely understand that frustration. Certain things that don't work, certain bugs that are there, I think shouldn't be there. They should have been caught, and quite easily caught. The team just isn't big enough. Just isn't big enough. Quality assurance, I don't know. I think everyone was too busy off promoting the game. They left too few people back home to actually make sure it's all working. Because simple things, because they're not necessarily massive game breaking things, apart from the PlayStation 5 crashing constantly. But like with the pallet and bale storage shed, once you've loaded your bales in, whenever you try and take them out, the trigger, the unload space, they load straight back in. It's just like an infinite loop. You can't get them out once they've gone in. They didn't even test their sheds. No, they couldn't have done. They could not have done. It's just, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And the constructible sheds, like, how have they launched and not working properly? I just don't get it. They'd only have to make a handful of sheds to be like, oh wait there, the numbers don't tick over correctly, and you end up spending a shit ton more money than you're supposed to. Yeah, I told you that was broke. Yeah, it's just nuts. It's mad. But yeah, I was playing with the constructibles, and the constructibles are broke. Just in the numbers ticking over. Like they eventually build, but on one of them that I did the other day, an extra 45 grand it cost me because I had to keep buying extra pallets to make it tick over into the next stage of building or next stage of construction. I just think it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's dumb and annoying. And yeah, like I say, they're not necessarily game breaking, but they're things that could easily and should have easily been picked up. And there are many more out there, many more little bugs out there and optimization stuff. That's why I'm still playing 22. That's fair enough. I completely get it. I 100% understand why people would wait until after Christmas and New Year to change over. That's why, like I say to Midwest, there's absolutely no shade that he says, oh, I'm still playing 22 as well, though. But good. I'd burnt out on 22 before the summer. I was done. I was done with it. I was only playing it to make content for the channel. That was it. At no point was I playing Farm Sim like away from recording, away from streaming. Probably hadn't been since Easter or before that. That's what I'm hopeful that we can get things fixed, get them fixed early. That's what they need to do. Get them fixed, even if that means delaying mods. Delay mods arriving, and make sure the game works first. Make sure everything in your game is working perfectly fine. Because if people pull the scripts from base game stuff, and it's not working in base game, and they're trying to build mods around it, then their mods are going to fail anyway. You're going to keep sending it back to them saying this don't work. But when it comes from base game, then it's not for them to fix. New Year 2026, maybe then I'll consider it. 22. With a spectrum of maps and Terra Life is all I need. FS25 isn't different enough for me to indulge. That's fair enough. Exactly, that's fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. %100 legitimate reasons. If I wasn't trying to help keep this channel ticking over, I would have probably waited. Because I was considering not buying anyway. But with how things went with the channel, and obviously YouTube fucking crapping on me, I need to make sure the channel's now active and showing that I am me doing me. Any games at work, quitting smoking tomorrow after the outcome of today's meeting with the doctor. Oh, sheesh. You should quit though. Definitely. Although, you know, I gave up drinking after meetings with my doctor many years ago. It worked out well. A little bit of cirrhosis of the liver, and the bit that was really bad they cut off, so I didn't have to worry about it anymore. It's like that bit was never going to re-heal. That was never going to grow back. Was I like 30, 34, 35? Told me I had a liver that looked like I was a 78-year-old alcoholic. But yeah, I lived hard in the 90s, mate. Lived hard. Probably should have emptied. There we go. Just ran straight into the header. That didn't hurt. What other sort of games do you play, Connor? What else is your jam? Because I play anything and everything. Mate, it just breaks my heart when I see the basic problems 25 is throwing up and should have been caught in pre-release testing. A lot of which you mentioned, one reason why I don't buy it yet. It's just... should have been. But they were so... I don't know whether I want to say defensive. Yes, defensive, protective of the game. Like... with the early access only going to set partners rather than like last time round, anyone that pre-ordered got 5 days early access. So you only had a minute part of the actual consumer base playing the game, and many of those players are heavily leaning towards pro-Giants bias. And not always as honest as maybe they could be, because they're looking to sell the game and keep growing. But I just... more public testing. This, like... some public beta testing is what they needed. And I know that eliminates then a lot of the oh dear, pardon me, worth to early access and stuff like that. But yeah, it's such a normal thing now as well, especially with games a bit like this and games that come from small teams that don't have the manpower to do, you know, thousands and thousands of hours of testing. But if you put your game out there for beta testing for 7 to 10 days, the amount of hours worth of testing you get and the feedback you can get is, you know, insurmountable. It's crazy. ETS, Assassin's Creed, New Harry Potter, SnowRunner. Oh, a nice broad spectrum of games then. That's cool. I love Assassin's Creed. Obviously, I like my trucking. Love the SnowRunner. Haven't played Harry Potter. I brought it for the missus, and I think she only played a few hours of it. But she don't really play. Although she's like, my missus is a massive Harry Potter fan. She likes to read, fan of the books and the films. But yeah, I thought she'd like the game, but she didn't really get into it. It just wasn't for her, unfortunately. We need to set up the whole Steam family thing just so I can play it. So I brought it. Let me play it. But yeah. Over the last year, I've just throw me money away. Repurchased the Assassin's Creeds on PCs. I played them all on console, but I want to play them all again. Play them fresh. Better graphics, better frame rate. Just play them on PC. And I grabbed them all while they were on sale as well, so I didn't pay like crazy amounts of money for them. Okay, bud, got to run, stuff to do before bed, so as much as I'd like to sit at the desk chewing the fat, I can't have a good one, actually. No worries, dude. I appreciate you coming by, as always, Rusty, you know that. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hour, it don't matter. I just like people to come by, saying hello and have a little chat. You have a pleasant evening, my friends, and I'm sure I will catch up with you soon. This field is larger than I thought it was when I always say that, no matter what save I play, what map I'm on, the fields are always larger than I think they're going to be. Although we're on ×3, so it don't matter. I've got them all on Xbox for me and hubby. We're buying them slowly on the PC. Yes. Just it's sort of a weird thing, isn't it? But it's something I've been quite happy to do. Is buy games again for PC that I've played before. Because it is a different experience, and you know, higher fidelities, let's say better frame rates. Plus they're great games, provided you like them. And I like all of them. From the original, when the first AC was announced, and we got some awesome trailers and first look videos back then as well. And what was that? Must have been, is that 2009? Something like that? I don't know. It was a while ago. But just the parkour back then, and it's nothing compared to what it is now, the parkour part. But it was so cool. So cool. And now it's like if a wall has like it's like a 1 centimeter grab, like you can climb it nowadays. Whereas back then it was like specific grab points, but they were everywhere. I loved the first Assassin's Creed when that came out. I absolutely loved it. The Ezio trilogy. I mean, even on console, I replayed them again. I was going to say recently, it wasn't recently, probably just about 7 years ago. Replayed the Ezio trilogy. Just because it's good. I mean, I did buy the remaster trilogy of that when that came out a good few years ago now. But I don't think I played all the way through. I can't remember how far I got, because at the same time I was still trying to do either Origins or Odyssey, I think. But even games like the Arkham series, I rebrought that for PC. What else was there? Dead Island and Dying Light, rebrought them for PC. I think my problem tends to be, and even like SnowRunner, I own that on multiple platforms. My issue is, sorry, my back is really killing me. My issue is that the games I tend to like, even like the Assassin's Creed games, the action adventure ones and the open world ones, they're massive open worlds. So I either play simulators like this, ETS, ATS, and a few other sims, and even racing sims that don't really have an end point unless you create one for yourself. Or they're just massive open world games that take hundreds of hours to complete. So I never get through games even close to the rate that I pick them up. And then we have things like the GOG giveaways and Epic Games weekly giveaways, so the back catalogue is constantly building. When I'm older, I'll never be bored. I won't be old and just sat in a chair. I will be old and sat in a PC chair and a gaming chair. Just playing through my old catalogue of games that I brought in my 30s and my 40s. While I'm in my 60s and my 70s. Let's hope that they still work. I have to keep hold of an old PC just to make sure that all still works. But even the same, like with my 360, like I still have a 360 plugged into the telly downstairs because I still have games on it that I've not finished yet, and I tell myself I'll do that one day. I'll just boot it up and I'll do it. I'll play them, but it don't happen. Got no space on my PC already. I only had this one a few months. See, what I tried to do is only have a few installed at a time, and by a few it's still probably double figures still, but because I used to have loads, like it was just my hard drives and my SSDs were just constantly filled, but then I'd do a little bit of something and never sort of complete anything or put a lot of time into it, or I'd just sit there and stare because there was too much to choose from. And in the end, I also used to do this back on my Xbox as well. I brought a massive external hard drive for my Xbox, like 8 gigabyte. Was that 8 terabyte external hard drive for my Xbox One, and I obviously then installed all my games. But then when I wanted to play of an evening and whatnot and try and unwind, I'd spend more time in that evening staring at them, trying to decide what to play. So in the end, I just unplugged the hard drive, and I just had like 5 games installed on the console that I wanted to work my way through, because that was the only way I could start to complete stuff, was to just stop installing stuff. Because I am a master of procrastination. And even now, with, you know, the fewer games installed, I'll still just stare at Steam and think, what to play, what to play. I'll be like, oh, I've only got X amount of hours or minutes, or it's already so o'clock. What can I play? And then I just end up staring and staring. And then it just ends up being a quick 20-minute game on Brotato or Vampire Survivors. Because I'll be thinking, right, it's getting late, so I'm not going to do any racing because I don't want to be chucking the wheel about and clicking and clanging at night and banging on the pedals. And then I'll think, oh, I don't want to get into like a big action game because I've not got the time. And if I get sucked into it, when am I next going to get back to it? It's a hard life. As if they're like some of my hardest issues these days. What to play? What to play when everyone finally goes to bed? I keep telling myself I'm going to play Flight Sim, but just been so low the last 3 years waiting for this appointment. It's just mad that it's that long. It's mad that you had to wait 3 years for an appointment. Especially one that is clearly very important and vital to your health. Five years, 9 months. That's too long. That's too long to wait for anything. Whether it's like vitally important or not, that's just way too long to wait for anything. Whereabouts in the country do you live? Where are you? To have that sort of length of waiting time. In Kent? Wow. I'd always assume that a county like Kent would have, I don't know, a better NHS service. Or unless because maybe there's a large population that's private there, that the NHS part is just sort of fading away a bit. The old postcode lottery is real, it really is. Not for the likes of me. Shame. Shame. There's always the added thing of if it's anything that's remotely mental health based, that wait time is normally double or triple what a physical health wait would be as well, which is absurd as well. Because mental health issues can lead to physical health issues, or sometimes, people don't like to say it, but end of life issues. Like I know when we didn't even leave the county, we just moved like across the county when we moved here. But like with my partner's stuff, like it just felt like we were getting somewhere where we were with the team that we were with and the stuff that they were doing. And then when we moved, it was like a complete reset and everything had to start over. Hell yes, mental health being bad waiting. It's awful to have to wait. Absolutely awful. The waiting makes it worse. It really does. Oh, sorry, I missed that one. Yeah, I'm transgender. So if I could be so rude and so dumb, which way... Because I think you said that you had to wait to change your YouTube, so have you transitioned female? Or are you female to male? I don't know. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. There's absolutely no pressure to divulge that all on the internet. Female to male, okay. Cool. Yeah, because I'm sure you said... I'm sure that was you in the Discord that says you hadn't been able to change a name. I might be wrong. I don't have the greatest of memory, so I get these things mixed up and wrong way around, but... And still on the... That's right, yeah, I remember you saying now about on the bike scene. Yeah, so that's cool. And like you said there, you feel accepted and welcome still, which is really nice. Lancey boy. Alright, my man? Welcome in. Hope you're good. We're just getting some sorghum in HUTAN PANTAI. Haven't said anything in your Discord. No, I think it was something about not about a name change. That would have been someone else then. Someone that joined the Discord had said something about that their YouTube name wasn't right. They were waiting to update it. Not that that matters. Hope you're well, Lance. Hope you had a pleasant weekend. Oh, we'll empty rather than get caught on the other side. Long way round, why not, for a change? Has Giants given any of you top boys any indication as to when GE is coming your way? I was playing Riverbend Springs for the weekend, but the dynamic mode is annoying me now. Fed up with it. My fields just sort of look a mess by the time I finished. Even I was trying to do some cultivating off stream the other evening, and like even when I thought, right, I want to do it properly, and I'm gonna go up and down the middle, and then I'll do my headlands, and then it still looked a little bit nasty. Wished it worked only when wet. Like with the sorghum stalks still prominent, you can't really see it very well. Not from the harvester. We can see the tyre tracks, but not great deformation. I will say the ploughing does look good with it though. The fact you know, put your wheel in the last furrow and then pull the soil over it. Nice touch. I'll definitely give it that. No news yet. I bought this teeth. I bought the small vehicle washer, so I had to run it back to the yard. Never really worry about having clean tractors. I'm a dirty boy. My machines are always dirty. Always. Say there are some things that are like quite nice additions, and this GPS being one. Some things, I mean, I like the terrain deformation. It just means that it shows up how bad I am at doing stuff. I've bought the new texture for my map, and I've marked them. Cool. What a new ground texture. It'll be intriguing to see if you guys can make that top layer like deeper or thinner in certain areas, or more susceptible. So like we could proper bury a truck in it. Go full snow runner. Because sometimes you can dig a literal hole in snow runner. So at the minute it's like the top, I don't know, it's the top foot of the map. Like there's a layer above what would normally be the map. So there's a foot of like clay putty that gets to be moved around and stuff. So if that could be made deeper. A new paintable in game, nice. Might see if I can unload some of this into the pig feed area to see whether this is feedable to my pigs or whether I need to buy more pig feed until we can grow some wheat. I thought we'd have the harvest done by now. It's a long one. Because I thought we were going to be cultivating today, as a harvester wasn't on the cards, so I'm not going to complain that we are harvesting. I'd like to have it finished on stream. But the base of my spine is starting to burn. Giving me right jip it is. I know it was in FS25, but I didn't really play much that. Didn't really play it that much, but I'm glad they kept where you can set the vehicles to sell your crops for you instead of driving there. Yeah, I never really used that. I never really used the whole go to sell and that. That's always something that I'd like to do myself while my workers carry on doing the harvest or whatever. Hey, Mr. F. This is FS Landscape, and hope you're well, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. Just getting a little harvest done. Been taking care of our pigs. We've got some chilies growing. We've got some mushrooms growing. We've got my saplings are now set up. They're growing for my rice fields. I've got one of my rice fields cultivated. I think we've got 2 more. Excuse me. Too many nights sitting up watching telly now. Yeah, I've got 2 more paddy fields to cultivate, and I've got 2 fields I want to plant long grain rice in as well, so I've got quite a bit of cultivating to do. So since that didn't get touched at all this stream, that'll probably be what a chunk of the next one will be. I might try and get some of it done off stream between now and the next stream, just so it's got a sense of progression. I think I'm only running 2-day months, so I don't want to do too much in between because we'll miss windows to do stuff. Pardon me. Finally got your gate animations to work on your double gates. Nice. Should we use the line since it's there? We also own the sunflower field in front. So I should imagine that'll be ready for harvest next month. I still can't get beyond 5 minutes of playing FS25. I've tried and tried again. Just end up going back to Lady Hill. Totally understand that, mate. Totally. I think because, you know, Giants maps are Giants maps, and because, you know, you yourself, you like to play in that realistic environment. Hence why you built your maps, because you want to play in them. I completely understand why, you know, you've got little interest until you can bring in what you want to play in, or someone else has put something over this similar to the style that you want to play in. Totally get that. Like I was saying earlier on in the stream, I think for me, like, Zolinka's Poland, and we know it's Poland, it's got Polish feel, the maps are the fields are set out like they would be for Eastern Bloc farming and stuff like that. And Riverbend, Giants have done so many American maps, they sort of know what they're doing with them. And Riverbend is easily the best American map, if not the best map that Giants have done. And it feels lived in, there's things going on, it's not completely open and sparse. But here in HUTAN Pantai, unless you're in that town in front, this could be anywhere. Like this, I've said it many times now, I feel like this area here, where I am in the map, where it's really open, and down here where it's really open, to be fair, any of this big chunk here, you could have pulled this out of Felsbrunn and slapped it there, and I wouldn't notice. It just doesn't feel like it's anywhere, because it's not anywhere. Yeah, overtaking traffic. Yeah, sometimes they get that wrong. They get that wrong. But it's not one of the things where it's a really good idea, a really nice touch, just not implemented properly. Just like everything else, hasn't been tested enough. There has not been enough testing for this game. And it's just mad. Absolutely mad. Because just having the game look a bit prettier and having the dirt leave a deep track as opposed to a flat track isn't enough. Personally, that isn't enough. And to have a lesser start garage as well, a garage that feels very empty, and the game costs 20 quid more. There was a 25% price increase in this game to last game. But there's not 25% more game. Certainly isn't. And you know, the fact that they've already announced 2 million sales. 2 million sales is massive for something that's supposed to be a very niche, nerdy simulator game. 2 million sales in your first week. That's big. Now, I'm not going to go out of my way to find it, although it'd be on Steam and be pretty easy to see. The returns. Because that's often a thing with games, like, and you can announce all the sales you like. What's your active player base? How many are active right now, and how many returned? I think if they'd have waited another few months before releasing it, it could have been a better finish. Yeah, because the team isn't big enough. Something like 70 people. 70 people work at Giants. I think Rusty had a little Google of it. The team now is smaller than it was 2 years ago. And you've just dropped your biggest game, your newest game. And most of them were out on the road promoting the game at all the cons and what have you. Just quality assurance testing. This needs to be, I'd say, it needs to be a priority before releasing a game. And I'm sure a lot of them are saying it, and probably will anyway, but there's a lot of people saying this will be the last one they buy. Certainly the last one they buy at launch. And historically, like, 22 wasn't great at launch. 19 was awful at launch. 17, I wasn't really paying attention at launch because I didn't buy it at launch. Or 15 or 13. Although I played them, they weren't launch titles for me back then. But yeah, it's just... They sugarcoated it well, they did. They released very little. I think still crazy how little video content and actual gameplay content that they released pre-launch. Nothing. with 22, we got 4 or 5, if not more, 1 hour long streams of them playing, and they were showing us the new fence builder mechanics back then, and the productions back then, and the animals back then, and bits about landscape and stuff. We had live streams showing that. We didn't get any of that this time around. Not just Giants, Lancy Boy. The live stream has done the most sugarcoat. Well, again, a lot of them will, because they want to, especially the early access. They're the main guys and girls that are in with Giants. They don't want to be the one that's out there saying, "Oh, this isn't good," when everyone else is singing its praises. And they don't then want a knock-on effect, because those early access guys, I bet a lot of those streams and a lot of those videos would have been checked out by Giants. There's no one from Giants lurking in someone like my stream, seeing what I've got to say about it. But that was, again, that's another risk that came with only allowing a select few people. I was only saying this like 20 minutes, half an hour ago. Only allowing a select few people early access. No beta test, no public beta testing. And I just think public beta testing is a must nowadays. Like, as a community, gamers in general don't put up with a lot of shit anymore. We're quick to refund, and we're quick to never come back. And the only way that any of these companies sort of pay attention is if it hits their pockets. I'll remove some top streamers from my list. I won't be sending them my maps. You do what you do, my friend. You do what you do. There aren't many that I watch. I was saying this earlier on. Like, for FS25 content, I didn't watch any early access, none at all. I didn't watch any videos until I'd had at least 48 hours to play. And then I watched some little tutorial stuff and breakdown stuff by Disturbed Simulations, because I really like him. I like how he does that particular sort of content. And I watched a little bit of his Zaloinka series. I watched Midwest, because he's a good supporter here of mine, and I like what he did with American Falls on his channel. That was how I found him, and I continue to support him. And I watched some of his stream. Mr. Teeble, who was here earlier on, I watch him, but I watch him for a lot of other games anyway, not just farming. Oh, I meant to put some of that in there, didn't I? So yeah, I watched them, and Simulation Station, because I think the guy's awesome. But all three of those people that I've watched, other than obviously Disturbed, who's on Zaloinka, but the other three, they're all on the same map, so they didn't spoil this map for me. And I knew most people would be on the American map. Zaloinka isn't all that popular within the community, unfortunately. I love it. So yeah, this is where I was always going to go. Even though I did make sure I come and had a look first. This was where I was always going to go. But yeah, I think other than the town, and I do like the town, I quite happily just have a little walk through it on a regular basis. Because it just reminds me of the Yakuza games. The back alleys and stuff, I just want to go down here and suddenly have this wild combo fight. You know, 58 hit combo coming in down here. We're going to fight over a little bit of land somewhere. This is cool. This is awesome. Right, the fact that this is built, it looks like this. The fact that this feels like a Yakuza, an area of a Yakuza game, tells you how good they've got this. Right, how nice this is. But the rest of the map doesn't feel like this. Like they added in a more diverse trees, but then if we, oh no, can I jump to a field from here? But I don't feel like you really feel it because it's still all these fields are just all so open. And again, I don't know anything about Asian farming, but they, like when they said like we were going to get the rice paddy fields and we were going to flood them and the rice grown and stuff. What I was really hoping for on this map was that we'd get it plateaued like it is in real life in the mountains. So we get a nice hilly mountain area and have it plateaued. So we've got a rice paddy, and you come down and you got another one that stretches a bit further around and then a bit further around, and there's not one of them built into the map. It's not there. Like that would be peak for me. I'd love that. I watched the film and all I heard was the word amazing over and over again. Yeah. I think they've lost their credibility as far as I'm concerned. The man with the beard was probably the most honest, and he done very little live streams, and now I know why. That was misleading with the field flood. Yeah, I think it was a little bit misleading with the field flood. It's not necessarily as advertised, is it? Like we've got some. Alright, we've got some over here. These are ours, obviously. Tiny little squares that we come. These were built in, so these are already here. But tiny little squares. Yeah, I just. Maybe this was their attempt at doing it. We got one height here, we got a different height there, and a lower one there. But again, that's not really what I was expecting. With just, I don't know. I don't know whether I and maybe a few people like me, because I'd say I'm definitely in the minority with the outspokenness anyway. Whether we have too much or too higher expectation on what they can deliver. But yeah, I just often feel like so many things are good ideas, but just poorly implemented. Poorly implemented. And like this is cool. Don't get me wrong. Like yeah, the new crops are cool, right? But in all honesty, like the new crops, especially anything that's grown in a greenhouse, that's got to be the easiest thing to add. It really has. I like them, but it's just not enough. They made it feel. They made it sound like you can create the fields, and then be able to fly. Well, you can create a field. Construction. I can't remember where it is now. Where is it? Trees, plants. What's it under? Is it under? It's not under sculpting. What is it? Stations, constructibles, tools, farmer. Where? I'm sure you build your. There it is. Cultivation. Rice field grows rice, which can then be flooded. So if we overlaps with another thing, so you can create one. Now, last time I tried to create something, I messed up. So actually, what I'm going to do is save. Oh, can only be done as a placeable. Yeah, Yeah, you can't just like randomly decide I'm going to flood this field. This one's going to be my rice one. Yeah. I think because you have to mound it up to be able to flood it and have the other thing. Have the pump there. Yeah, I think obviously their video that where they shoot it obviously was pre-set up somewhere else. It wasn't one of these ones. It was made to look a little bit different from what we get. I get you on that. Totally get you on that. I think I've placed down the wrong, unless my piggies aren't producing milk, I think I've put down the wrong manure heap, or a manure pit. Are they producing slurry? 800? Yes, we should have manure. So I think I put down the wrong one. I can never remember whether animals need... Do animals need the silo one or the extension one? And I can't remember which one I placed. But it just says manure heap. Yeah, I always forget which one, because as a rule, I use dairies anyway. But yeah, dairy pastures that have manure pits built on them. But yeah, I don't think my little piglets are producing enough manure, or any manure, I'm not sure. They all keep morphing into one big pile of pork as well. No wonder they're not happy. They're all stuck to each other. But I think with the harvest done, and we have maintained. It's not been a lot of work done on the stream for the, for the 2 hours, but we've harvested the field. We've got all the greenhouses are up and running and producing. Next time out will be a cultivation fest. We may lease another cultivator and have a worker doing some as well, because we've got quite a few now. We've got that big field, 2 rice paddy fields, and 2 long grain rice fields, I think, that need doing. So that's what I'll go for next time around. I shall return the class. Where is... There it is. There we go. So they are returned. So we've got some work done. So what I might even do is, between now and next stream, I'll keep the day the same day. Between now and next stream, I'll go out and do some of the cultivating. So there was just a little bit of cultivating to do next stream, and then we'll rock on to a different job, and hopefully that'll be September 2 then as well. That's what I'm going to try and go for. So that's where I'm at. Everyone that has joined us, I do greatly appreciate it, as always. It's been a pleasure. Nice to have a little chat with people as they come in, come and go, and I want people to feel free to do that. I don't ever think you should turn up that you got to stay, or that you not even got to stay. I like that people say they're leaving and then they say hello, I'll come back, but you don't have to do that either. But it's been nice. We've had Lynn in, Davies has been in, which is always nice to get Davies in. Mr. Teeble, Connor's been with us for the whole stream. Absolute legend. Appreciate that, Connor. And it's been great having a little chat with you as well, Connor, and getting to know you. Rusty's been about, Simulate YouTuber, and also had a nice chat with Midwest Farmer. He always pops in. He's a good one. And it's always a pleasure to get the likes of Lancey Boy and FS Landscaping in to have a little chat with us and get their views on the game as modders as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're watching this after the fact, you guys have hopefully have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're still here in the stream and you haven't yet, give it a thumbs up. It does help to generate a little bit of traction here. And if you are new and you'd like to keep up to date with us, hit a sub, turn the bell on, and you'll know when we're going live and when we're releasing more content. But you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.